Good morning, traders. Yeah, welcome to today's trade ideas on Signal. And without wasting time, we're just going to briefly look at what we have here today. And at the same time, we try and see what we can capitalize on. So here we are on Euro USD. And from what we discussed yesterday, I told us about all our anticipation within the markets from this level to this level here. We talk about being in a range. And we're talking about in a range, and I made two something yesterday that okay, from where we are from this level, then we are anticipating either a closure above this level or above or below these two levels. So since we've discovered that, okay, we pick a trade that is going into the highs, and as you can see, it did not close above the high. Then we picked another one and it did not close below, I mean, yes, and it did not close above the high. And we tried to do, and yesterday we talked about how we are anticipating, okay, that we are within a range. And if peradventure we close above the high or above below the low, then we will know from that point onward that we've broken the range and we are ready to trend again. But from what we see here, we can see great manipulation below this low. And we did not have that closure we are expecting from the low anyway. So that alone is an indication that okay, we might still somehow remain in the what is it called? In the range. But nonetheless, we today is non-farm payroll. We are expecting news is coming. So non-farm payroll is coming today. Now, since we have something like this in the market, we're going to be expecting some kind of we're going to be expecting some kind of movement, either above or below. So we are anticipating a closure. And for whatever reason, we have this great manipulation below this low. So weakening through like this is an indication that, okay, here is just where it will be cleared first before we transcend into the highs. So we can be anticipating that, okay, market is ready to trend above our range, our consolidation range. So since we have this level like this, then we are anticipating what is it called higher prices in the market. And we have this low being taken out massively, massively. So it is our this is our range, and whatever makes range to something to range like this, then automatically we know that one side will be taken out, and the liquidity below the range will be purged. This is liquidity purging. It's different from liquidity tapping. That's where this the liquidity above this high was just tapped here. But on lower time frame, it is purged anyway. But for 1 hour, 4 hour that we are dealing with, then we automatically know that we are dealing with what is it called? We are dealing with purging. So which is an indication that price might actually be ready because it's aligning with our news day. We have a lot of high impact news today that we can be looking forward to. So we can be anticipating the fact that okay, market is ready to trend into the highs. But nonetheless, anything can still happen. We can still be aiming for the highs to just watch the high also. But anything can happen. But the reason why we are having all this level is because of the prices, and I believe Euro USD and Euro and USD they are in tight something, and I believe the battle of higher prices is really, really going on a fundamental level. So, but nonetheless, we are technical analysts. What we just want to simply do is using our technicals. And looking at daily, we can see. But 4 hour is more clear to us that is giving us what we want specifically. But if we go on monthly, we try and see what the market is doing. And we are within this internal structure. And as you can see, we have price coming below. I mean, to mitigate the closing of this last 2 months candle, which is still an indication that we might still be having higher prices in the market. So if we check the weekly, we'll see what weekly is doing. We've created a week low here, and mind you, we are still inside bar. This week alone is still creating an inside bar. But nonetheless, wherever price closes at, if it closes above this high, then we can know that okay, we are going into the highs. But as we are now, we're just going to basically stay on 4 hour, try to see what it's going to do. And since we have this liquidity purging, then automatically we can believe that, okay, we are going into the highs today. So today alone, with this type of reaction that we had yesterday, then automatically I can be believing that, okay, we'll be looking for buys today. Then from where we are now, the only thing we can see from this level is, consolidation. So even if we are going to be looking for either buy or sell, it's going to be on lower time frame. So we're going to pick it from lower time frame. But this morning, when entry market during London, I can see some kind of reaction within the market already. And I see that internal liquidity has been taken and, which is giving us some kind of reaction within the market. And it did not even wait till London before it actually do any of the something. So London just come in and continue from the internal liquidity that was generated and taken and move in that direction. So now, from what we are seeing on lower time frame here, we can see the movement from this particular level here. And as you can see, I talked about all this level that we didn't have proper mitigation of all these levels, and we can just come into the level, try to do some certain things, and then we can move from there. But as we can see, we have this level coming, market coming back to this level to give us some proper mitigation of the leg before we can go into there. And if you've been following my analysis for since last week, you will see I'm expecting something like this, but nonetheless, we can just move forward from that particular level. Then looking at what we have here, we can see that the same thing it's creating from this leg here, going forward, it has also created something like that going forward from this level. And we would have easily conclude that we are coming from this high. And if we want to do a minor structure something, we would have said, okay, but on a 1 hour, it closes below this low. But we can see 4 hour is a massive rejection and it's a liquidity purge. And nonetheless, you're having something like this and coming from a very good block from this level, then we can say that we are going into the highs. And if we are going to do analysis from that particular level, we can see that we already have a shift within this leg because we could have easily picked this leg. Okay. So we have a shift. We've created a minor structure, a minor market structure shift. And from this leg, we can see a very, very strong low. And automatically here becomes a weak high. But as we can see, we can easily pick this level to be our trend change, which is our uh, structure break. The structure has been broken and we cannot easily say, okay, this level is not going to be because this is what validates the something here. So if we pick this strong low, then automatically we know that we are going into the high. The only thing we'll be looking forward to today is if this low, strong low, that minor strong low is being broken down, then automatically we know that we are still. But as per what market is doing currently, we know that we are going into the highs. And the only thing we can be looking forward to now is this particular level, removing this so that we can see this level very well. Now, the only level that we have from within this level is this mitigation block here, and we have this internal structure from this particular level. So we have a mitigation block above this high, so which we can be expecting price to come back into, or this what is it called, this internal structure here. But above it all, we have this particular other block from within this leg. So what we can see is manipulation into this block, then we can go into there. So if you want to go aggressively on your trade, your long position can easily be from this mitigation block to this end, and that will give us 14 pips in the something. Let's say 14.5 pips. That's aggressive something anyway. So 14.5 pips stop loss. And that will give us, if we are going by our something, we have 72.5 pips as our target. So, and that will give us something above. And mind you, a monthly range. We'll be anticipating a monthly range to be created so that at least we'll be able to know. But this will be an aggressive entry for us, at least for today. If peradventure price come the way we are anticipating, this will be an aggressive entry. Then if we can just look for lower time frame something, but if you want to do that, would be aggressive entry of this particular something because we already generate and take internal liquidity before we go for the external liquidity. So this will be my projection at least for what is it called? For the non-farm payroll that we are anticipating today. So we'll be taking this whole range and at the same time be anticipating some kind of movement within this level, and we can still be anticipating some kind of uh generation and creation of internal liquidity. Then we can just use that one to go into there. But since are kind of thinking of going aggressively, we can take it from this level and continue to move into the highs. So because we already have a liquidity purge below this range, so that alone can give us some kind of movement into the highs. So at least I guess that would be all for today. So that would be our kind of, what is it called? Aggressive entry. So on lower time frame, we can just be looking for, you know, other alternative way of entering the market. So but we have non-farm payroll today, and we can be expecting some kind of big movement. But if peradventure we close below this low, not anything can happen. But the only thing I can see from within the market is this particular moving to the right side of the market because we already have market structure shift. And if we are moving to the right side of the market with this 1 year, then automatically we know that we are going to stick with that. The only thing that will change my opinion of buying today is having this particular leg being broken below this strong low. So I guess that'll be all at least for today. And tomorrow, I mean, today being Friday, the first Friday of the month is for non-farm payroll. Anything can happen. It's used you sometimes, I mean, many times used to establish a monthly dealing range. So we're going to go with that at least for today. And hopefully we have something. But market list will follow. But nonetheless, this is the only thing I can say. So that'll be all. I wish you profitable day, week, and month. So have a lovely day, profitable day. Thank you.